Vallabhbhai Javerbhai Patel, the craftsman of undivided India. Rare personality. Vallabhbhai Patel was a brave and fearless man who lived with undeterred courage and commitment. The son of a farmer hailed from the countryside of Gujarat, dedicated his life to serve our country. He chose the most difficult and less treated road to serve his motherland and compatriots. Today, India is independent and united. We owe infinite gratitude to this man made of iron who bravely transcended the ordinary and made India a closely knit nation, the most remarkable integration achieved without any bloodshed. History will call him the builder and consolidator of India. Jawaharlal Nehru. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, known as the father of undivided India, played an important role in India's struggle for independence and the incorporation of the princely states into the Indian Federation. This audacious warrior of independent India made most of the opportunities he got to serve the nation. Early life. Patel was born on 31 October 1875 to Javerbhai Patel and Labda in the Nadiad district of Gujarat. Although his birth has never been officially registered, he wrote it as October 31 in his matriculation examination papers. Patel was born into a peasant family and lived a simple life, well known for his wisdom and diplomatic gifts, and developed a stoic character. After passing the matriculation, Patel himself had a plan to learn to become a lawyer, despite the fact that he was considered an unambitious person destined to do normal work. He had the dream of going to England to study law. He developed plans to save money to get his tickets and become a barrister. He borrowed books from other lawyers to study and passed the exam in 2 years. After fetching up his wife Jhaverba, he settled in Godhra. He was called to the bar and became an advocate, earning his reputation as a skilled lawyer. They had a daughter, Maniben, in 1903 and a son, Dayabhai, in 1905. Patel was the first chairman and founder of Edward Memorial High School, Borsad, known as Javerbhai Dajibhai Patel High School today. With his hard-earned savings, he managed to buy a ticket to England. However, it was addressed to his brother Vijay Patel, who had a similar dream of studying in England. For the honor of the family, he let his brother go and take his place. In 1909, Patel's wife, Jhaverba, was hospitalized in Mumbai for cancer surgery. But her health deteriorated and she died. Later, in 1909, at the age of 36, he went to England and joined the Middle Temple Inn in London, where he completed a 36-month course in 30 months and passed out as a topper of his class. Anecdotes. A popular incident tells that he lanced his own painful boil with a knife without hesitation, even though the barber in charge of doing it was shaking. When Patel received a court note notifying his wife's demise, he did not stumble or get distracted, but instead continued his cross-examination and won the case. Career. Patel returned to India and settled in Ahmedabad, became one of the most successful lawyers in the town. Adopting a sporty urban style and European clothing style, he had the ambition to expand legal practice and accumulate wealth. Hailed from a peasant family, he raised himself up to great wealth and a comfortable life. Political activity. In September 1917, Patel delivered a speech at Borsad encouraging Indians across the country to sign Gandhi's petition demanding Swaraj from Britain. In the early stages of the freedom movement, Patel was not enthusiastic about active politics or principles of Mahatma Gandhi. However, in 1917, the encounter with Gandhi in Godhra fundamentally changed his life. On Gandhi's encouragement, he became the secretary of the Gujarat Sabha. He then organized relief efforts in the wake of plague and famine in Kheda. He also volunteered to wage a struggle against British authorities who constantly turned down Kheda peasants' plea for tax exemption in 1918. Patel joined Gandhi's non-cooperation movement and traveled around West India, recruiting members and also collected more than 1.5 million for the party fund. In 1923, when Mahatma Gandhi was imprisoned, Patel led the Satyagraha movement in Nagpur against the British law banning the raising of the Indian flag, earning the title Sardar. For the first time, the women of Bardoli bestowed Patel the title of Sardar, which means chief or leader. Bardoli Satyagraha in 1928 in Gujarat is considered a major incident of civil disobedience and resistance in the Indian independence movement. After experiencing floods and famines, farmers in the area faced severe economic difficulties. They petitioned and called on the governor of Bombay Presidency to cut taxes but were asked to pay 30% more. The farmers had nothing to even feed themselves, so they called on Patel to lead them to resist. They were reminded of the consequences but prepared themselves for the worst. Bardoli farmers came together and opposed the government's injustice without violence, initiated a complete denial of taxes. During the Satyagraha at Bardoli, he said, "My farmer brothers and sisters, we will not bow before the British rule. We will not pay taxes. We will protest." To crush the revolt, the British Raj sent in collectors to forcibly seize property, to auction lands. Later, when Indian members of government started resigning, expressing open support, the Raj had to agree to the terms of farmers. Thus, all confiscated lands were restored and taxes were waived for the year. Although Patel praised the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi and the immortal determination of the farmers, people across India acknowledged his diplomacy and leadership. Progress. During the Dandi Salt March, Patel was arrested and tried without witnesses. Subsequent Gandhi's arrest aggravated the intensity of the Salt March, leading to an anti-tax rebellion which in turn released them. Later, Patel was elected President of Congress in 1913 session in Karachi after signing of the Gandhi-Irwin Pact, and it was during his presidency that Congress passed the Fundamental Rights and Economic Policy Resolution. It advocated the establishment of a secular nation and abolition of untouchability and serfdom. Gandhi and Patel was arrested and imprisoned in Yerwada Central Jail in January 1932 due to the failure of Round Table Conference in London. However, they grew closer, establishing bonds of affection and trust. Patel respected his intuition and leadership. Finally, he was released from jail in July 1934. Patel clashed with Nehru and opposed the declaration of socialism at the 1936 Congress meeting. In 1938, he organized a grassroots opposition to Subhash Chandra Bose's attempt to move away from Gandhi's principle of non-violent resistance. On the outbreak of World War II, Patel supported Nehru's decision to withdraw the Congress from central and provincial legislatures. In 1942, at Gandhi's request, Patel delivered a speech at a Gwalior tank ground and launched the national campaign of civil disobedience, his power of persuasion at its best. During Quit India movement, the British arrested him and imprisoned him with entire Congress Working Committee from 1942 to 1944 at the fort in Ahmednagar. Father of Akhand Bharat, undivided India. 1947, the political integration of India. On August 15, 1947, India broke the shackles of 200 years of slavery, but the price was a tragic split. When the British left this country, they left behind India, Pakistan, and over 562 princely states. All princely states given the choice to join India, Pakistan, or remain independent. Most states were quick to join the Union of India. However, few states like Travancore, Hyderabad, Junagadh, Bhopal, and Kashmir were averting. Patel worked tirelessly to reach a consensus with the princes. With sheer persuasion and political flair, he successfully persuaded 559 of the 562 states to join the Indian Federation. There is no parallel in recorded history. Only the states of Jammu and Kashmir, Junagadh, and Hyderabad did not willingly merge. He used force to secure and integrate them. In this way, the great integration task was completed without bloodshed. The balkanization of India was prevented. Leading India. After independence, he became the first Deputy Prime Minister of India. On the first anniversary of independence, Patel was appointed as the Home Minister of India. also in charge of the State Council and the Ministry of Information. In 1947, Patel was featured on the cover of Time magazine. He was additionally the incomparable commander-in-chief of the Indian Army during the Indo-Pak War of 1947. After RSS member Nathuram Godse assassinated Mahatma Gandhi, RSS as an organization was banned by Patel on February 4, 1948. Death. In the summer of 1950, Patel's health deteriorated rapidly. After suffering a severe heart attack, Patel died at Birla House in Bombay on December 15, 1950. Contributions. Patel was a senior leader in the Constituent Assembly of India, responsible largely in shaping India's constitution. He played an important role in the establishment of Indian Administrative Services and Indian Police Services. He is known as the patron saint of Indian services. He was also instrumental in the creation of All India Services, which he described as the country's steel frame, hence regarded as the father of All India Services. On November 13, 1947, Patel undertook to rebuild the ancient but dilapidated Somnath temple in Saurashtra. He believed that the story of its resurrection from the ruins will symbolize the resurgence of India. Views and vision. Patel was committed to work against alcohol consumption, untouchability, caste discrimination. He also stressed on women's liberation. Self-reliance was one of the main principles of Patel's economic philosophy. He envisioned a welfare state, urging the country to create wealth, increase profits, and support investment-based growth. He said, "Millions of idle hands that have no work cannot find employment on machines. Spend less, save more, and invest as much as possible should be the motto of every citizen." Sardar Sarovar Dam on the Narmada River was also a vision of first Deputy Prime Minister Sardar Patel. Legacy. Patel was posthumously awarded the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor, in 1991. Rashtriya Ekta Divas. The Bismarck of India, Sardar Patel's birth anniversary is observed as Rashtriya Ekta Divas or National Unity Day every year. Statue of Unity. India unveiled world's largest statue built at a cost of Rs 2,989 crore depicting Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel wearing a traditional dhoti and shawl, towering over the Narmada River. Iron was collected from all over the country for the magnificent statue of Iron Man of India at 182 meters. Conclusion. A man of great valor, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel played an unprecedented leadership role in nation building. We must be grateful for his remarkable commitment to national integration and his extraordinary vision and diplomacy. As a fierce freedom fighter, he played an important role in the country's fight for freedom. Apparently, he also endeavored to reinforce the roots of our nation. We must respect the values of his selfless leader who shaped the destiny of India with his valuable contributions. The magnificent architectural and engineering masterpiece, Statue of Unity, is a true tribute to the craftsman of our nation for his unparalleled role in national integration.